this under a competition and they don't think I know ball. But trust me, I know ball. You're also familiar with Mr. Ball. I'm gonna show you how to make it look like you've never met his mother and his dog bake cookies together. Okay, let me stop. If you want your makeup to eat, you best believe you gotta prep your skin. If you're building a house and your bricks are soggy, it's just gonna collapse. Or, I don't know, I actually don't know anything about building a house. So I'm using a hydrating eye cream to put my concealer on top so my house doesn't fucking collapse. Yeah, it doesn't look dry and cakey. Anyways, for the most important part, I like to use a little bit of a concealer that is the exact same shade as my skin tone, but instead of placing it right by my freaking eye, I put it below my creases. That way, it evens out your skin tone and prevents the product from creasing. Then I like to go with a pink color corrector, place it a bit on the left of my concealer, so then we can eventually mix it together and neutralize the void that is underneath my eyes. I also like to let my creams dry for a bit so they absorb better into the skin. Meanwhile, I just like to do the rest of my makeup and only come back to it when I finish doing my bronzer. So now that you let it sit for a bit, take out a small concealer brush, put that fucking beauty blender away. You're gonna set your brush a little bit with a hydrating setting spray. That way your product blends in so much more smoother. I like to use the same brush and just dab the residue of the product on top. This is completely optional, but you can take a brighter concealer and place it on the main points of your face to kind of brighten it up. Powder is where you either make or break the look. Instead of tapping your powder puff and slobbering everything straight on your face, tap it on the back of your hand to get rid of the extra product so you have a very smooth layer, and then put it underneath your eye. I feel like that way it looks a lot less cakey. If you want your under eyes to be a bit more brighter, only then you can layer more powder on top. I like to put a little bit of powder on top of my eyelid so my top lid does not crease throughout the day. After you let it sit, dust it off. A little bit of the hydrating setting spray to bring the product back to life. Can you remind me again who Ball is? I don't think I've ever met him.